go. How about that? Melendez, there we go. Appreciate you taking up the time to be with us and new ideas, new thoughts. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, has anybody taken a chance to look over our minutes from our last meeting? If so, do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the minutes.
We got a motion.
I really couldn't download them, so I don't know what they say.
Well, Tracy does a pretty good job, so we got a motion then. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Okay, that's 3 here, and Bill, kid didn't see his, so.
If Jerry says they're okay, I will agree with him. How's that?
That sounds good. So that'll give us,
Okay.
Tracy, that's 4
And one abstention.
and 1
I
abstention from Mario.
By the way, welcome, Maury.
Thank you.
Is Mario a childhood name?
It can be.
All right, we'll move on down to number 4, financial report.
No, we don't have one. There hadn't been any activity in the account other than just a little bit of interest, so.
All right, moving on down to number 5, old business. Update on signage. This was brought up to me. I noticed the church has started back. Have we heard anything out of the other people?
I have not. I have emailed David, though. I'm waiting for a response from him. We still have the same issue at the West Bankhead property. The owner has not spoken to us about it, so,
Is that Doc Burnett's?
correct.
Well, that's all I need. That's just been, what, about 2 or 3 years on these signs, and
Yep. Yep. So we have to get cooperation, obviously, from the owners to move forward.
has anybody talked to Doc?
We've tried, yes.
We tried. Okay, update on downtown properties, number 2.
So we have a couple of available properties coming up. One of them is Mr. Taylor's. Caliber 1 is going to be moving to the Regions Building. We think maybe January 1, but we don't know. I mean, all that depends on whether they can get supplies and get everything they need to get the renovation done. 222 West Montgomery, which is the Southern Post, which is the boutique next to Michael Rickman, they have closed down. They do better business online and not a lot of walk-in business. So their last day was Saturday, so that property is available to rent. I did speak to that property owner today. He does not have anybody currently, but yet, you know, they do have until the end of the month to move out the Southern Post, and then he'll start pursuing a rental person for that property.
Were you able to convince Tom Large to see that architect about Caliber 1 space?
That would be, that's Bill's property.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Bill, do you have anything you want to talk about for Caliber 1, or just what you and I talked about, or whatever you'd like to talk about?
Well, I will let everybody know where we are. As I told you, Caliber 1 is anticipating it being near the first of the year before they vacate. And so I am considering subdividing that building into at least two stores, possibly 3, but most likely 2 because of the way Caliber 1 has remodeled the inside. And if we can find somebody that is interested in it between now and then and would like certain amenities in it, then I would entertain someone to do that. So if anybody hears of somebody that would like a downtown building that's one, if I do it into 2 units, one would be about a 2,000 square foot unit. The other one would be around 4,000 square feet. If I do it in 3, it'll be 2, 2, and 2. But the odds of finding somebody that wants all 6,000 square feet is pretty slim unless I can find another Caliber 1, which I am really not expecting to find.
Bill, in terms of that, just, you said unless you find another Caliber One, so that'd be like a service business. So are you looking at putting another service business in there instead of trying to put like downtown shops or such?
Yeah, it would be great to find somebody in retail that would want to move in there. But I tell you, Amazon has just absolutely wreaked havoc with small retailers. So, it is not going to be easy. It's not impossible, but it's not going to be easy.
Anything else on downtown properties?
I just wanted to mention those two.
Okay, we'll move on to number 3, discussion of possible food truck events. That was Andy's. Does anybody have any update on that?
Well, we just talked about trying to do something in October. We could not do it on a Saturday. The mill is completely rented for October. We were thinking about a Monday or a Friday, possibly throwing in a movie. So if we did that, that would be a Friday night thing. That's probably something we need to all discuss when he gets back, but certainly we have it in our train of thought as far as doing something there.
Okay, number 4, I think this was Andy's update on charging station.
We have a new representative from Georgia Power. He actually came to our leadership luncheon a couple of weeks ago. We mentioned that to him. I mentioned that to him. I had a phone conversation with him. He's wanting to meet with the city manager and I to talk about just this area and stuff like that. So when we get together with him, myself and Tom, we'll certainly talk about the charging stations. But like I said, he's new to this area. So the guy that we were talking to before about that, I don't know if he changed regions or areas or not sure.
Okay, move on down to number 6, new business.
Jerry, before we get off of downtown,
All right,
I understand that Wick's Tavern has changed hands.
I
And
hear the
it's
same
now the
thing.
property of the Villarica Historical Society. And I don't know the details of the transaction, but evidently it included not only the old tavern building, but the building out back also. And the agreement evidently included keeping it open for a certain number of hours per week or per month as a tourist destination. And so the individuals that are in charge of that particular group, I'm not sure who they are, but it'll be pretty much a volunteer group, and they've already started to work around the ground some. But that holds a lot of potential for tourism, and that they're probably going to need all the help of our city organizations that they can get in the meantime. So anyway, keep them in mind as they work toward turning it into a destination for downtown. Now, I know we're no longer in the tourism business, but still, anything that generates traffic downtown is positive for our businesses. So, for those of you who didn't know that, you know it now. And for those of you who know more than I do, then maybe you can add to it.
That's the first I've heard of that, so.
that's about,
I
that's
actually heard different.
That's about-
Really?
that's
You
about-
mean I know something Janet didn't know?
Well, yes, clearly.
Also, while we're talking about downtown, this is from Michael. Michael, I have been reading in the papers for the last several weeks about monies that various cities are receiving from that federal act of back in March or February. And some cities, depending on, I guess, size or something, are getting a considerable amount of money. Do you know anything about if Villarica is getting some and what it is based on?
I'm trying to remember what Sarah said. Sarah said we got federal monies, but I don't remember the amount. but it's based on population size, and it's kind of divided up. Carroll County got money, Carrollton got money, we got money,
I don't remember the amount either. She mentioned.
but I don't remember the amounts.
Okay, well, do you know if any of it can be spent on downtown improvements?
It's all COVID-related monies. So,
Since this is over and above the budgeted expenses that the city has done, it would really be nice to use some of that for downtown betterment. We've been asking for several things for a long time, such as the railroad crossing work, better sidewalks, and so forth. But anyway, would you please check on that for us and address that at the July meeting?
sure. I know that when it was originally came out, there were a lot of restrictions, and then there was a subsequent loosening of the restrictions, but Sarah has been holding most of that money separate because she doesn't know if she's going to have to pay any of it back because we couldn't use it for certain items. When it was originally, all PPE and
Yeah.
things related to
Well-
COVID, and then they loosened it up so we could pay public safety out of it, and they didn't loosened it up, we could pay some other things out of it, so I'm not sure exactly where it is right now, but I'll ask.
Well, just, I am requesting that you and the other city council members and the mayor and the city manager keep downtown in mind, okay?
Sure. Wix, back to Wix, that's gonna take a lot of money to make safe. You walk into that place and it feels like it's gonna collapse.
Yeah, that's why was surprised to hear that. But I'll try to find out what's going on with that.
I actually heard it was gonna turn into a bar, so I heard a totally wrong thing.
I heard it was gonna be tourism related.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the-
At one time, I heard a pizza place, but
Yeah, because I heard they were just trying to restore it back to a tavern,
Right.
so.
But I heard that the Confederate people could still use the service building in the back for X number of years. I forgot how many years. I think it was 30 years. Did you hear that, Bill?
No, I have heard very little.
What I have heard is that the Sons of the American Confederacy could still use a service building in the back for X amount of years. I think it was 20 or 30 years. And that they work, the historical people work on try to make it historical. Carl Lewis was one of the ones that I was talking to. He's on the committee. Did you hear any better?
Not really, Jerry. If Tracy can take notes from this meeting, I will sing at her next wedding, okay?
Well, they've got it online too, so hopefully she can.
Okay.
I can hear a lot of it. Some of it, everybody's too low, so I figured I'd catch up and watch it again online to get the rest.
Okay.
All right, we'll move on down to number 6, new business.
Mr. Peabody, do we need to discuss accounting assignments, treasurer assignments for you?
There's
for
not
you?
much to the
Yeah, there's not much to it, and
Okay.
really Tracy handles everything. I just
Okay.
report on it.
All
so,
right, just want to make sure. Okay.
No.
Any more new business? We ain't got nobody for the public. Any public comment? Items for future agenda? Executive session? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
move to adjourn?
Got a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion, a second. All in favor? And that is unanimous, Tracy. And it's 6:29 in Georgia. I don't know what time it is out there.
It's Las Vegas time.
It's probably 4:29.
It's actually 3:29 here,
Okay,
and I
you heard
hope
us.
everybody has a good 4th of July.
You
All right,
too.
you too. Have a
Thanks,
good trip.
Tracy.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good luck, Carl.
Yes, good luck, Carl. I'll keep you in my prayers.
I have a question. So if they do make that tourism, like that building, the tavern, like those houses around it, would they, is there anything the city can do to like make the people clean their area?
has been addressing dilapidated structures more strenuously in the last month. They just started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit hard with Butterball sitting right in the middle of the city looking at what
Yeah.
it does.
And there's one right across from me, the fence is knocked down in the last week or